let's talk. Hit the link in the description. Join the Patreon. What'd be so funny when we out here having these conversations is one thing you learn about women. Their whole argument is, but men do it too. And I remember growing up, your parents used to be like, well, Rodney did it, Tiffany did it. You know, and their parents, what's the first thing your parents would say? If they jumped off the bridge, would you jump off the bridge too? First thing they would say. And when you hear these women make these arguments about, you know, especially when they get trapped in a corner with an argument, and they will, well, men do it. Well, men do it. You got to understand, women are trying to compete with men. Even if women have all these advantages and they don't see their advantages. They feel like they have no advantages. When they benefited from DEI and black men didn't benefit from DEI, we had to get it out the mud and off the muscle. When they benefit from Section 8 and welfare, when they benefited from just being a girl and people helping them out and them having, shelters and them being able to get WIC and food stamps and medical insurance, even if they made diabolical mistakes. Even the judicial system doesn't penalize them in the same ways that it penalizes men. But all the time when I was hearing the conversation they was having where they were talking about, saying about men were they were talking about saying that nobody shames men for not wanting to settle down and have a family and just, take that route like they shame women for not settling down and saying they don't want to have a family. I say this, one of the main reasons that is because they understand women ain't built to be 50, 60 years old. They know when women hit 40, they understand when women hit 40, that the likelihood of them dying alone is high, especially if they don't want to have children, especially when it comes out when they need assistance, they need help, they need somebody to be with. They understand female nature is they need social skills. And they understand a man, even at 40, 45, 50, they can end up getting a woman because their money can always attract a woman. And contrary to what people believe, women love older guys. They can sit there on the internet and tell y'all that they don't like older guys, right? They can sit on the internet, oh, older man is this, but guess what? They got bonds to be fixed and they be letting these older guys fix their bonds. Or they love the older guys and they just don't want to be transparent about, them dealing with older dudes. I see it all the time. You can see, younger women, if you really pay attention in public, especially in the gyms, they hit no older dudes. But their whole thing is if a man can do it, I can do it too. And it's not that way. We can't do a lot of things that the women can do. But that's how they use their arguments. That's how they try to live their life. And excuse me, you can't live your life that way. You're not going to be successful. Or if he can do it, I can do it. And I don't really, and it's like, okay. But then it turns into, still at the end of the day, no accountability. You try, but then the man ain't shit. The man should date the women that's 40 and or 50 and single mom should date single father. Single father shouldn't be out here looking for women without children. Or a guy 40 shouldn't be dating a woman that's 25. And no, they should be dating. And that is the shaming. After no accountability comes the shaming tactics. Because you fucked your life up, you feel like somebody should bail you out, and that's how society continues to carry it for women. They have so many bailouts, even after they're young. But when they're young, they get bailed out. Their vagina bail them out. Their parents bail them out. The system bails them out. But as they don't have the youth anymore, that comes with the ignorance. Is the bailouts ain't like that, ain't like they used to be. So you really can't just live your life talking about, and your arguments be about, well, a man can do it. No, we can do things that y'all cannot do, because at the end of the day, our what we got to live with is totally different. Our money can always buy y'all. You know, as we get older, we get more stability, more responsible, more discipline. Believe it or not, a lot of men get less hypersexual. They less sexual. I won't say hypersexual, that's true, but they less sexual. I mean, why are you even getting in front of me doing that? Like go, dog, go. You know, they less sexual. Because guess what? It ain't that the sex drives ramp down for men, especially if they're healthy. It's the fact that of the nature, it's the nature of the beast is that as you get older, as a man, guess what? You have more to do. You have more to do. You can't just be clapping cheeks all day. You got a job. You might have a side hustle, a business venture. You got people that depend on you and count on you. So the nature of the beast is a lot different. So your responsibilities, you know, take the forefront over recreational use. You know, as you get older, a lot of dudes, you know, they like to smoke, but you know, it could be, what are you doing, bro? This Brad can't drive, bro. Like, Jesus Christ. But as you get older, your responsibilities change. It's like, you know, at some point you might smoke, but at some point in your career, you gotta stop smoking for your career. That's the wild thing about it. But women got to get out that mind, and that's their ultimate truth. Well, you know, I know a guy that did this, or men, men can go sleep around and do what they want to do, and I should be able to sleep it around and do what I want to do. I don't really see a problem with it. And then, you know, okay, go do it. And go fuck around the highway. Guys don't want women who sleep around. They don't want to hold you up in the air, take care of you, cuff you, love you. You know, they might sneak you in the back door at night, but that ain't what guys want. But women like guys who sleep around. They like to smell another woman on you. That's just the way they wire. That ain't got nothing to do. That ain't our fault that we don't want a wife woman that's been through the ringer, been through the wash cycle a few times. But y'all love a dick that's been around the community. Y'all love it. And some of y'all love a penis that's been on both sides of the fence, if you catch my drift. The lavender marriages and all that. Men don't do that shit. It's just, and like a lot of y'all just think these are societal things that's put on y'all. No, this is how y'all wired. This is in your DNA. This is not a societal thing that society is putting. A lot of this time, this is just the way y'all are. Y'all made dating transactional. And now when it's all about, you know, buy me a Birkin or buy me this or buy me that or lobster and pasta me and it's all about that. And when guys do that and they want pussy in return, you can't get mad because y'all set the standard. Y'all set that standard. That's not our fault. If all women say you had to marry me or you got to give me a commitment before we start sleeping with each other, or, you know, you got to let me see on my chart, put a condom on. Guys will have the guys that's living right will have no other choice but to do those things. But y'all don't set those standards. Y'all think that y'all can just slang y'all whop around and y'all like men and y'all fail. We have a whole generation to prove that it's failure. Your sexual liberation and the liberations that you feel like you have in a relationship and dating market, it has failed you. This is why you got single mothers. This is why your mother and you are competing for the same pool of men. This is why they raised y'all not to be wives and talk about how you don't have a husband behind y'all back. They set y'all up for failure. And women do that shit. They do it on fucking purpose. You know, they do it on fucking purpose. But don't nobody want to really tell the fucking truth. You know? Nobody want to tell the truth. Y'all can't do what we can do, but a lot of the reasons why we can do what we want, we have it the way we have it, the double standards we have, is because of y'all. Y'all like a dick that's been around. What Tiana Taylor say? Oh, nobody want no man that nobody other woman want. There you have it. And a man wants to wife a woman that not guys didn't have. Well, you know, she can't do the freaky. How she gonna learn how to do the freaky shit you like? And man, we can train women to do that stuff, bruh. Most of y'all ain't as freaky and as inclined in the bed as y'all think y'all are. But hey, it is what it is. The link in the description, join the Patreon, subscribe to the channel, thumbs up the video, peace.